A solid sphere rolls along a surface. The hoop has a mass of 4 kg and a radius of 3 meters. It has a translational velocity of 8 meters per second. What is its total kinetic energy? Same thing, now you're working with solid spheres. Begin by recalling the equation for total kinetic energy, which is equal to translational plus rotational, linear plus what makes it rotate. You can derive this into 1/2 mass times velocity squared. You can derive this to 1/2 times inertia times angular velocity squared. These two are the same thing, but instead of mass, here we use inertia. Instead of velocity, we use angular velocity, which you can derive as omega is equal to v over r, which is the radius. But since this may look similar to this because of my chicken scratch handwriting, I'm just going to write capital R. Okay, UK total. Now, realize that we're working with a solid sphere. So remember how a hollow hoop inertia is mr squared, and how solid cylinder inertia is I equals 1/2 mr squared. The sphere is, yes, you got it, 2/5 mr squared. We're going to plug this value into here. So then you have UK total equaling to 1/2 mass times velocity squared plus 1/2 times inertia, which is, let me remove this. Two-fifths mr squared times omega squared, because omega is v over r. Omega squared is going to be the same thing as v squared over r squared. Okay? Then you can cancel out r squared. You're left with UK total equaling to 1/2 mv squared plus 1/2 mv squared. Now, notice that I made a mistake because it's 1/2 times 2/5 mv squared. Okay? Then we figure out what we know. We know that m is equal to 4 kg. We know that r is equal to 3 meters. And we know that velocity is equal to 8 meters per second. So we're just going to plug these values. M here, R here, M here, R, you don't need R. You just only need M and V. So M here and V here. Okay, so UK total is equal to 1/2 mass, which is 4 kg, times velocity, which is 8 squared, plus 1/2 times 2/5 mass, which is 4 kg, times velocity, which is 8 squared. Now, erase something so there's more space. I'm just gonna erase this part. Oops. Erase this part. Whip out a calculator. Calculate this. So you have 1/2 times 4 times 8 squared plus 1/2 times 2/5 times 4 times 8 squared. You get around 179.2, which all of these is equal to 179.2 units will be in joules. So it'll take 179.2 joules of total kinetic energy for a solid sphere to roll along a surface, in this case.